I just wanna say thank you. Yeah, I wanna say, I just wanna say thank you. Yeah, I wanna say, I just wanna say thank you. Yeah, I wanna say thank you. Yeah, I wanna say. My life was never easy if I told you all this shit.
Hello world, my name is Woodrow Kufa Willis and this is
Tiberius Jones.
And today we just saw
Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
And we got something to say about it. Now, this is the last installment of the Hunger Games series, Mockingjay Part 2. It was Mockingjay, they broke it up into two different parts, Part 1, Part 2. Well, Part 2 is the final curtain call, if you will, for Katniss Everdeen. Katniss Everdeen is the main character that we follow through the story. In the beginning, she volunteers to take the place of her sister, who is chosen to fight in a death match that they held every year called the Hunger Games. Now, as these games proceed, Katniss becomes a pretty much unwilling participant in a rebellion and a revolution that's taking place. In the beginning, she didn't know she was even part of it, and then all of a sudden she becomes the face of it. And so we watch this evolution of Candace becoming from pretty much a young lady into a warrior. Now, there's a couple different little storylines going on here. First, of course, you got Candace herself. You have some other characters who are thrown into the Hunger Games. You have her family, and then you also have this love triangle that forms between Katniss, her best friend growing up, and then someone else who pretty much was chosen for the Hunger Games. Now, as we all know, fast forwarding into Mockingjay Part 2, that love triangle is pretty steep, and it's becoming an issue within the games. Who does she love? Who does she not love? The public wants to know. Heck, we want to know. Well, one of the problems I had with this movie was that love triangle kind of went on a little bit too long. And when the decision for Candace was actually made, I'm not saying I cared really who she chose, but it was the way she chose it and the way she dismissed the person that she did not choose. It's kind of cold considering everything they've been through when she finally made the decision, how she came to that decision. I don't want to spoil how it came, but when you see it, I think you'll know. Now, their tactics, now remember, they've been at war for quite some time. So the tactics that they showed throughout, as far as their war tactics, clearing areas, not clearing areas, is pretty piss poor, okay? They first of all, they put the person with a device that helped them see the dangers around them. They keep sticking them up front. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. Now, Katniss is the probably most important piece of this revolution. Yet, somehow, she's always in the front. She's always disappearing by herself. Her guards never seem to know where the heck she's at. She's always in mortal danger, usually because of her own doing. Just really not that good. I wish they would have did something better than that, because to me, for me, someone like me, that was very distracting. So the love triangle got annoying. Her decision in it ticked me off. Not who she chose, the way she chose it, and then their lack of tactics all the way through this. At some point, they should come together. Some of these were supposed to be warriors. They even had ranks as lieutenant and corporal, etc. And they're just willy-nilly about. So yeah, when you died in the movie, I didn't feel bad for you. I'm going to say some good things about the movie too, but I want to hear what Tiberius got to say. Tiberius?
All right. I agree with everything he just said. The love triangle, yeah, it's kind of annoying. And when she finally picked the person that she wanted to be with, you're like, really? You'll pick him? After all y'all been through, and you see how he's kind of doing, it's like, really? But other than that, I mean, yeah, that's annoying. And the whole thing that you said, the tactic thing of them being, sticking her up in front, even though there's danger all around them, you know, there's death and destruction at every turn.
She never heard of stranger danger, by the way.
Yeah, at every turn, it's like, really? So you just gonna volunteer to be in front? You're the most valuable person to this thing, and she's right there doing all this. Yeah, that's kind of annoying too. But some things that I did like about the movie, I guess, yeah, the special effects are really good. The score is fine. Jennifer Lawrence is really good in the movie. She's, you know, she's not the standout person, but she's really good in the role as Katniss Everdeen. The other actors did good too. They're fine. You know, there's some characters, some background characters that get killed. They're just kind of so-so in terms of acting. The movie overall was good. I don't think it's the best Hunger Games. This one, character development is decent. There's a lot of action in it, and the action works. So it's really. What do you have to say about it, Woodrow?
Oh, well, what do I have to say? I love the visuals. I thought the visuals was good to go. The graphics, all that good stuff. I'm a visual person myself, so I thought they did a wonderful job of showing like the combat environments, the different enemies that they faced against. I like their design, the way they looked. I like the flow of the camera movements. So overall, I was pretty happy with that. You know, what can we say about Jennifer Lawrence? She's a great actress. So she pulled off the part as normal to me, pretty flawless. She has a kind of a flat character, so you're not going to get a whole bunch of highs and lows with her. So it is what it is. But we know that she can act, and she did exactly what she was supposed to do for this role. Overall, I thought it was a pretty decent picture. So with all that being said, now we're going to give our ratings. Tiberius?
I'm gonna give it a middle of the road. That's what I'll give it. Matinee. So you can see the matinee price. You know, you're not gonna be mad. You're not gonna be upset. I think it's a decent, you know, send off to, you know, the Hunger Games. You know, the final finale. It's decent. You know, you won't be mad that you spent your money on it. So yeah, go check it out.
I agree with the our middle of the road standard. I mean, that is pretty good for this movie. It is a middle of the road. Something if you see in the movies, you won't be upset that you saw it. For me, The Order of the Hunger Games, I like the first one. Didn't really care too much for the rest of them, and this one is a good ending piece, I guess. So the bookends are pretty decent. Well, anyway, I'm Woodrow Kufa Willis, and this is
Tiberius Jones.
Love, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, because we do those things back. Thank you. And again, we're coming to you live from Mom's Universe.
Hey, pass me the ukulele. Hey. Yeah. I was that good boy that was hanging with the bad kids, the skinny boy that was hanging with the fat kids, a daydreamer always stuck up in my own world, that little homie that was flirting with the homegirl. Spent my afternoons up in after school detention, disturbing the class for trying to give a girl attention, but she ain't even heard me, even though my fat fawn smashed my throwback jersey. I was Mr. Popular, plus I was the class clown, walking through the hallways, dancing with my pants down. And most people said I never had a chance at all, scheming on my dreams of making millions playing basketball. But I was too short, you need to find a new sport. So I started rapping and packing my packs of Newports and freestyling on the back of the bus. And now I'm thinking